Hi, my name is Tracy and I'm from Grizzlie Knits, and this is my first podcast. I'm going to start off by showing you what I'm wearing. This is a shawl. Get it off and show you. This is Out of Winter by Tammy Gore, and I absolutely love it. It was my first shawl and definitely won't be my last shawl. It is so cozy and I loved working on it. The yarn is the color Golden Finch by Songbird Fibers. You can find her on Instagram. She's amazing. And she bases all her yarn on different types of birds and gives some money away to Bird Canada, which is really nice too. So that's what I'm wearing today, and it's really nice out, so I couldn't wear a big sweater, but hopefully I'll be doing more podcasts if you guys like these, and I can be wearing the different sweaters that I made last year. That'd be nice. Okay, what have I finished this week? Well, I run an Etsy store. Nearly 10 years I've been on Etsy, and I knit photo props for newborn photographers, which is a little bit specific, but a lot of fun. I love working with photographers and I love seeing the pictures at the end with the tiny, cute little newborn babies. So this week, I'm going to show you what I finished. I have a few bonnets that I've done. This one is the frill bonnet. You can see that. So just a plain bonnet, and I took the frill off the design by Simply Sycamore in her onesie ballerina, which is so adorable. I love it. I did a little bit of math and I added this to the bonnet, which is so cute. The yarn is Air Drops, which is amazing. It's so soft, like a cloud. It's so beautiful. And this is their forest green color. I don't know if you hear that. You're gonna hear my dog barking in the backyard. And these are, the pattern is by Beautiful You. It's the Eveline bonnet, and I just added another row of eyelet, again with drops in their gray and their cream. So that's what I got done this week. As far as props, these will go into my Etsy shop. I also finished, and this is really exciting, I wanted to do a cowl with a lot of lace work, again in drops. So I had quite a bit of gray, and I found an amazing pattern. Yay for yarn. And there's the picture. And it is such a well-written pattern, so fun to work on. I think it took me 3 nights of a couple hours each night, and I love how it turned out. You've got all the eyelet, the lace work. I haven't blocked it yet, but even without blocking, it looks really, really nice. This is a gift that has to go pretty soon, so I probably won't see this again, but I'd like to make it again in a different color. And I have my little Grizzlie tag, if you can see. I get my tags from Grain Deep in Canada, and they are so nice to work with. If you want to look them on Instagram, they're great. Okay, and what am I working on? Of course, like every knitter, I have a million projects I'm working on. I've narrowed it down to just a few to show you, and hopefully these are the ones I'm really actively working on. So a big seller in my shop are full body sleepers. I use Melody yarn. Again, it's drops. And the pattern I use is by Simply Sycamore. It's called the Sweetest Sleeper. So here it is. This is the front where the buttons will go. Like that. And I'm just at the point where I need to make the arms and separate for the little legs. It takes me quite a while, so I don't really stock them a lot in the shop, because if I get a lot of orders, I don't want to, you know, get overwhelmed with having to make a lot of them. So I kind of just do work on one at a time. I just sent off a cream one, and this one will be a really sweet little pink one. So that's what I'm working on for the shop. And for myself, of course, I have to work on things too. Can't just be all about work and no play. So I've been working on another shawl because I loved making this shawl. And this one's called the Spindrift Shawl by Helen Stewart. I'll show you a picture. It's got a little bit of lace work, not a lot, but I love it. And I love how she writes her patterns. Curious Handmade. She has a little checklist at the side and tells you the percentage that you've already done, which is amazing. So I think I've done 80%, which is, you know, really good and makes you feel like you're gonna finish this. And the yarn that I'm using is from Botanical Fibers. And she dyes her yarn. It's an indie dyer. She dyes her yarn with plants and berries and anything natural. And to see her process, you have to go on Instagram. Find her on Instagram, and she's amazing. I found her at the Toronto Knitters Frolic. Not last year, obviously, because we couldn't have it, but the year before, and the colors were gorgeous. And it is so soft. So this is it so far. I'm up here. So I'm at the little bit of the eyelet bit, if you can see. And then this is the straight bit, but I like how it's got a little bit of, if you can see that, little bit of eyelet all around the edging, which is so pretty. The only thing is, am I gonna have enough yarn? I've only got this left. I don't know. Am I playing yarn chicken? I think I am. Am I gonna win? I don't know. So what I'm thinking is to finish this up, and then I might have to add maybe another color, just like an edging color. I haven't really decided yet. And it's not like I'm lacking yarn to choose from. So we'll get it done. And I love it. And the third thing I'm actively working on is a sweater. I wanted to do some color work of a sweater, and I had a lot of, for some reason, I don't know why, but I had a lot of knit picks. It's the City Tweed DK. It's so soft and beautiful. And this color is Romance. I mean, look at that. And it's got like little tweed bits in it. Oh, I love it. So I had a lot of that. And then I had a couple of balls of Peter Pan Petite Fleur in the cream. I don't know why I had a lot of this. I think it was to make something for the shop, and then it just didn't happen. So I kind of wanted to use this, and it didn't occur to me that it's very Christmassy. And I'm Jewish, but I love Christmas, so that doesn't matter. So I started this sweater. I found this universal yarn. It's called the J Sweater. Now my printer did it in 2 colors. I don't know why, but you can kind of see that it's got like some lace work here. no, sorry, not lace work, color work here. And then just a plain top down sweater. And I'm almost at the point where I'm going to divide for sleeves, but it's coming out really pretty. I'll show you so we've got all of the color work here. I'm really liking it. And the only thing is the neck looks a little wide, but I'm okay with that. I mean, when I put it on, I'd rather it be wide than too tight, and I can always wear like a little tank underneath. It'll be okay. I was working on it the other day, pulled it out, and my mom's like, oh, a Christmas sweater. So I guess it's my Christmas sweater. I guess I'm wearing it on Christmas. I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. I love it. Could be my Valentine's Day sweater too. Anyway, so I'm hoping to get some more work done. I find it goes really well. Then when you have to split the sleeves, you put it away for a while because it's another big job. So I want to get on this because I really want to get to that point where I can start the sleeves. So there's that. Dream knitting. There's so much dream knitting. I picked just one thing because I could go on for hours about the things that I want to make with the yarn and the pattern, but I'm trying to hone it in. So I've got one thing in my little basket here. This is quite new from Molly from a Homespun House. Such a cute little basket. I love it. I found this pattern called Direwood by Lisa Much. I haven't heard of her before, but I'm sure everyone else has. What I loved was, I don't know if you can see, but there's little trees on the cowl. I mean, I thought it was so pretty. So I wanted some special yarn for that. And last year, I was blessed enough to go to Pearl Soho in New York on a little girls trip with my friend who's not a knitter. So she got to go to this very fancy shoe store. And of course I picked Pearl Soho as my fancy shoe store. And I got two gorgeous yarns. So they are a cashmere merino bloom, it's called. Oh, it's so soft, so beautiful. This one is in the honey pink. Ugh, even the names are so delicious. And this one is pumpernickel brown. So I thought for that cowl, I'm going to do it in this, and then the trees will be the dark. I think that'll look really pretty, and I'm really excited. And I'd like to cast that on like tonight. Though I have other things I'm supposed to be knitting, but tonight, maybe. For sure, this weekend. So that's about my knitting. I did get a few skeins of yarn in. Let me get those. This is a dyer that I've always wanted to get her yarn. I have a list of dyers that I want to get their yarn, but she was at the top, Autumn and Indigo. And Claire and I have talked a little bit on Instagram, and she's so sweet, and she makes such beautiful yarn. So I got her, this is the Yak, I think this one is the Luxe Yak Fingering in gray. I have no idea what I'm doing with these. These could be bonnets for the shop. They could be a shawl for me. I don't know. And I got 3 classic socks. This is Color Test, Girl Next Door, and then this beautiful purple called Aubergine. Oh, I love it. So these are so pretty. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with these, but something delicious and amazing, I hope. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I have really no one to talk to about knitting. My husband pretends he's interested, as best a non-knittering husband can do. Same with my kids. But I don't really have close knitting friends, and because of the situation right now, I don't really have knitting groups. So this is it, and I really enjoyed sharing with you and talking with you, and I hope you subscribe, and I'd really like to do another one because there's a whole lot of knitting going on every week. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that's where I post pictures every day of what I'm working on. I'm Grizzlie Knits there, and my shop is www.grizzly.etsy.com, and that's where I have some patterns, but mostly my props. And that's it. So thank you so much. I hope everyone is doing well, and keep knitting.